I'm on my way to Fleet Farm. I'm gonna be buying another live trap. It's to catch the squirrels that are coming in the shed. I know that they're still in the shed because every time I try to open up the door or slam it, they start rustling up above. And so I'm going to bait them because I've been leaving out Raven's old food and they've been coming in and eating it. I'm only doing that so that they're familiar with it, and so when I do bait them, they're not too suspicious with like the live trap. And plus, you know, it couldn't hurt getting more live traps anyways, you know, because someday later on I may need to trap a bunch of rabbits or rodents or anything else really. So these live traps are very useful. So I am contemplating whether or not I should get like the smaller one that'll fit a squirrel, or if I should just get like the larger one that'll also fit like a raccoon or a possum. But we'll see. I'll head on inside and we'll just take a look at them and see how much they cost, because that might be a factor also. All right, so I've got these smaller ones here, 24-inch single live animal trap. Otherwise, this is a larger one. Cats, raccoons, groundhogs. Ooh, $70. Never mind. I'll probably stick with a $30 one. But these weren't that expensive like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, these were around like the other price. 5 years ago, it was about $30. Yeah, these are super expensive. Yeah, probably gonna grab this then. Alright, so I ended up with this one instead. This is a 18-inch trap, so it's a lot smaller than the one that I was looking at. I decided to spend some time actually testing out all of the traps to make sure that they're working properly and that there's any defects or anything. A lot of them are dented, or a lot of them just aren't working very well. The longer one, all of them that I tested that was there was not sensitive enough. It was like really hard to press down and then get this to close, and some of them wouldn't latch on properly and stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I'm bringing home a product that is actually working. And so I tested this one out and I tested the smaller ones out. This is the best one. This is like this one here, it latches properly. See, it latches properly, and see, it's sensitive, but it's not too sensitive where it'll just close on its own. And so as long as I have this set up properly and keep it still in an area, so like I'll just set it down, and the pressure plate is in the back here. Let me actually take this off. Okay, so there you go. And you can see the pressure plate there at the bottom. All you need to do is step on it here like this. Oh. Ah, there you go. I still need to work out the kinks, so we'll see. So far, it seems like this was the best one to get opposed to the other ones. And so I'm going to work out the kinks. All right, so I am back home. This is the trap, and so it's very, very simple to set up. I've already played around with it a little bit, and it appears that I may have a problem. We'll see. Let's see here. So it seems like the trigger is a little too heavy, and it's actually pulling itself down and kind of triggering the whole system. Yeah, see, it won't stay now. But the thing is, I can push this door down to keep it stay, I think. Or, oh God. See, you have to fiddle around with this stuff to get it to work properly. I could have sworn that it was working perfectly when I was in the store. Yeah, this is a bit frustrating now. It's not working. All right, I think I have it working correctly now, but it is pretty sensitive. So, right up here is the mechanism that kind of latches on. So let me zoom in. This latch goes underneath that piece right there, like that. But I need to press the door down to really secure it into place. So I'm pushing down like this and then letting it go and hope that it kind of stays in place. So if you take a look at it, that latch is right here, and there's a piece that comes down like this, and then there's another piece that comes all the way down to here, and then there's the pressure plate right there. And so when an animal steps on it, it unhooks the latch over here and it closes the door. And the cool thing about the door is it has a mechanism to where, like, when it's being pushed this way, it doesn't open, because there's this latch right here. You have to actually push this up. So you gotta push this up to then push this down, which is the spring sort of action, and then you can open the door. There you go. So pretty much when the latch kind of pulls out like this, this has the ability to close because of this sort of hinged door that kind of springs. See? So I think I've got it. I think I just need to push down on the door like this, and it kind of sets the trap perfectly. Just enough sensitivity. I should be able to put a cup of peanut butter at the very end here, and then it will go in. The squirrel will step on this, and it will close. Got some peanut butter. Oh, look at that. That should be plenty. What I plan on doing is spreading it at the bottom like that, so that the squirrel will actually have to either stick its head in or stick its hands into it. So that way it does a little bit more work while it's back here. So that way it doesn't have the ability to really just take the whole cup or just be too cautious about it. They would have to really muster up the courage to stick their head in or their hand into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread a little bit on the edge here, like that, just to kind of tease them, and then they'll stick their hands in the rest of it. This way it prevents them from taking it from the outside. So if I had like a piece of peanut butter on a stick or something and I just left it in there in the back, they could reach their arm in and pull it out through like the grate here, or through the trap here, and I don't want that to happen. And got to make sure to put this away in a safe spot, like in the house or in a bigger container or something, because they have been known to come and chew on the lid to get into the peanut butter. Set this back here like that. There you go, trap is set. I'm gonna actually put this in the shed now that the shed is clean and the floor is like clear. It's a good sturdy spot for the squirrels to go like run around in, and so we're gonna catch some squirrels. There you go. So now that I've swept up most of the shed anyways, and there's not like a ton of dust and poop everywhere on the floor, I'm likely not going to disturb the shed enough to where like it'll be bad to go into the shed without a mask. I feel like I should be safe enough, especially when hantavirus isn't really active in like a cold environment like this, and they usually last only like a few days outside of the host, and so I should be okay. There is probably fresh mice droppings and urine in the shed, but it's probably not here. It's probably up on the loft, and I'm not disturbing the loft right now. All right, so bring this in. But seriously, look at this. The entire floor is just clear. That's just a beautiful sight. I was also able to dig out my larger trap. So this larger trap was all like stuck in the snow. And this one here, this one right here, I bought about 5 years ago, I think. And I bought it for the same price as I did this tiny one. Look at the size comparison. Isn't that ridiculous? This was about $35. This was about $31. So yeah, that's ridiculous. It's 5 years of inflation, I guess, or I'm not even sure if it's inflation. I think it's just something, I don't know. But this one right here still works perfect. See, set up easily, and trigger system, perfect. Like this is perfect. Like I love using this. And the reason why I bought the small one is it's just more compact, you know, and it just, like I said in the beginning of the video, it just couldn't hurt to have more of these. Because people don't really realize how valuable these are. You know, these are live traps. You can trap an animal and keep it alive until you're ready to process it. Very few people understand like how amazing these traps are. Like I really appreciate these traps, because I've been able to catch all sorts of animals in these traps. I'm going to put a cup in this one also. I'm going to have it facing towards the opening in the back door here, because I'm sure they're coming through there. And so I'm going to have it right here, have them run in. This one right here, I'm probably going to just keep it in this area or in the back here. So let's get ready. All right. There you go, spread at the bottom and a little spread at the top there. So the larger traps are a little bit harder to kind of set things up because they're a little larger. But there you go, that's good. See how the trap didn't kind of go off? You know, it's it's sensitive enough to where the plate, when it's stepped on, it closes, but it's not sensitive enough to where like I can like move it around and it'll just automatically close. All right. So I think this is good. It's gonna sit back here like this. This one here. Get this one set. Yeah, I'm still having trouble getting this to set here. Let's see. See, it just automatically closes. I hope that stays. Like, I have no problem with the big one. This big one is likely going to trap a squirrel tonight. This one right here, it might just close and then it's not going to catch anything. Or what might happen with the both of them is the mice might come down here and trigger it, and then the mice, they're usually small enough to crawl through like the openings in the traps, and so that also might be a problem. And so I'm just going to let them sit like that, and I'm just going to leave the shed alone for a while. I'm going to check on them tonight to see if I've caught anything. And then, yeah, I might make some squirrel soup or stew or barbecue squirrel or something like that. We'll see what ends up happening with these squirrels. But yeah, I am optimistic about this. I really hope that I catch a squirrel, because squirrels around this time, they're really fat and they're big, and so they're really nice to, you know, eat. And I feel like I need some sort of like refresher on butchering an animal and like skinning it and cleaning it and stuff. So it's been a while. I haven't been doing any of that, and so yeah, I might as well like skin a squirrel or something, you know. That'll also get me to sharpen my knives, and so yeah, I was actually planning on cleaning the shelving today, but I spent a good amount of time filming for Dollar Jerky Club. I need to get that video edited and uploaded right away. But here, let me see. Yeah, it's about 4:30. It's gonna get dark soon. Yeah, but yeah, today's video is really quick. I might try to film some more footage and get it a little bit longer, who knows. But I appreciate you guys watching up to this point so far. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out some of my merch on my Spreadshop. I'm just rambling on now, I guess. I'm just gonna check the traps tonight. There you go. I'm just gonna let Raven out for a little bit. Hey Raven, let's go, let's go. Okay. Here's the spoon of peanut butter. Wanna have some peanut butter, Raven? Come here. Raven actually is one of those few dogs that don't really like peanut butter. Here. Yeah, see? She doesn't like peanut butter. I've tried to give her peanut butter on multiple occasions. She'll lick it and stuff. And then she doesn't like the stickiness and dryness of peanut butter. And she just doesn't like it. All right. Move this over. So far this year has been a pretty mild winter in Minnesota so far. Like, it's January 20 something right now, and maybe, like, I think last month we had like maybe a week of really cold weather, like below like 20 degrees and stuff like that for maybe a week, or maybe just a few days actually, like a weekend. And that's basically it. We've had a lot of snow here and there. There has been days where we've had snow, but our temperatures has not been that bad this year. And it's like late January. February is coming up. Usually February gets really bad also, but January is usually bad also. Last year it was pretty bad in January. And so, like, I've enjoyed spending time outdoors a little bit more this year than I did last year. And so, you know, this pile like right here, up right in front of the shed, this pile is a bunch of hardwood oak that I gathered up during the summer, and I just piled up right here. I didn't really like organize it or put it anywhere, and I'm kind of getting sick of kind of avoiding this area and only have this pathway, because like I sit right here and I film with my camera over here this way, and it's annoying to have this here. So maybe one of these videos I'm just going to move this pile somewhere else. I'm gonna like dig it all out, and hopefully I can pick up all of the logs of hardwood here and put it somewhere else. It's the neighbor's dog. All right, well, I'll see you guys tonight. Hopefully we've got a squirrel. Raven, let's go. Come on, let's go inside. Come on. All right. Okay, so it is morning time, and I wasn't able to check it last night. Oh, I hear a squirrel, but I don't see a squirrel. Oh man. Looks like we got nothing here. So this one probably closed on its own. This one looks like I got stolen from. Yeah, see, it ate it. So I think what happened is it must have been really like cautious, and it stood far behind the plate here, and it didn't step on the plate. And then it was able to kind of push this over and then start eating it from afar. Because look, the plate is really like sensitive, but it didn't go off because it didn't step on it. I need the squirrel to go in and step on the plate. If it's not stepping on it, I'm not going to be successful. So I'm going to add more peanut butter in here, and what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to hang the cup in the back here. So yeah, I learned something new today. This is good. See, like, you have to test stuff like this, and while testing it, you'll understand what goes on. And a lot of people has recommended that I get those game cameras or something, where I would set up like a camera, and then it like detects motion, and then it'll like record. I'll consider getting one of those, because it would be really nice to be able to understand where I'm faulting and what's going wrong, and so that I can like learn from it and then change up what I need to do. But in the past, the best thing to do is hanging an item like suspended in the trap here in the back, so that way they come through and they have to like reach up, and so they usually have to come through a little further to step on that plate. So let's do that. You know what I just noticed actually? I can't tell if the camera is focusing or not, but I hope it is, because if you look closely, it looks like the prints that are left behind, the marks that are left behind, looks a lot smaller than what a squirrel would be. This actually looks like a mouse got to it. This is 100% a mouse. So I think today, in my next video, I'm going to actually be getting some mouse traps. But I am still going to suspend this and see what ends up happening. Yeah, I'm still going to suspend this on top. So, peanut butter. More at the bottom here, and I'm just going to leave it at the bottom. I'm not going to keep any at the top lip here, because I feel like that top lip caused them to pull on it and it falls down, and that was probably a mistake that I made. This right here is a pre-made sort of sewing kit that I made with some stripped bank line and a sail needle. This sail needle is what's required in Dave Canterbury's basic survival class. What I ended up doing was I stripped the bank line so that the threads are thinner, and then I was able to thread it through this, and I just kind of rolled everything up. And this is the sail needle that you're required to bring. I'm going to use this to suspend the cup in the trap here. There you go. And I already have it threaded. Yep. See? Perfect. So, I'm just going to go like this. Pull it through. There you go. And I think this will work. It's so cold. So I think I jinxed myself by saying it has been a pretty mild winter, because the upcoming week is going to be in the single digits for Fahrenheit. So it's going to be really cold, and today is actually 5 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, it's cold. Okay, so this is the other strand. I'm going to keep this. This is just one strand of the bank line. Yeah, this will work. Okay, gotta probably do this. There you go. There you go. So now that suspending like this, up like this, they'll be more inclined to like climb through. But I think I want it closer on this side. Yeah, I want it closer to the back. Okay. And I have it suspended like this. Okay. I'm going to keep it about midpoint like this. and just gonna tie it. And so I am going to buy some mouse traps, like sticky traps, and I'm gonna set it around this area, or maybe even in this trap. I might just set a sticky trap in here, and so if a mouse comes through, they'll get trapped and get stuck, because yeah. And so then, well, that might deter a squirrel from coming in if I catch a mouse. But then again, if I catch either one of them, it'll be a win. Let's set this trap up. There you go. All right, so it's gonna be the end of the video. Appreciate you watching. Please tune in tomorrow for the next video, but it's not going to be really a follow-up to this video. The follow-up to this video is probably going to be 2 days from this video. But I'm going to be going out and buying some sticky traps, popping it in the trap, and see if I catch anything tonight. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow.